welcome back to the A Cherry on Top YouTube channel. I'm Jessica, and today I will be showing you how I created this cute little mini album. This video is for Technique Tuesday, and let's get started. This album is all about cats. I'm using the Doodlebug Pretty Kitty collection, so I also wanted it to be cat shaped. So I found a cut file, which I'll link in the description, that had this cute cat head shape, so that is what I made all of my pages. It came in like a layered, so 3 different sizes. I used the big one for all of my pages and I cut out 12 of them, and then I also cut out the second biggest size so I could stack them up and layer them. After I had them all cut out, my first step was distressing all of the edges. I love a distressed edge on my paper, and I did that using a Sizzix distress tool, and now I am going around and sewing along the edges. I'm not worried about it being perfect, but I'm just sewing the edges of the smaller layering cat. And I think the look of this will be really nice, and it's just a little extra detail and extra texture that it brings to the album. I have really started to love using this little sewing machine. It's not perfect, my stitches aren't perfectly straight or even close, but it still gives the look that I want, and it's a quick and easy way to do it. Now I'm working on all of the pages that I want to do, and I am doing this I started laying all of them out, and now I'm stacking the smaller on top of the larger and coordinating what colors I want where and moving some around. Then I use some wet glue to glue them all down, and then it will be the fun part, which is embellishing. You could create an album like this in so many different shapes. It could be a circle or a dog face or really anything else, and you could also do it with dies if you don't have a Cricut. So there's a lot of options. Or even if it's just a square, you could still create an album using the same technique. Now I'm creating my pages and how I want them all laid out by starting to add photos. These are all photos of a kitty named Twix, which is Lauren's cat, who also works here at ACOT, and I really wanted to use this Pretty Kitty collection from Doodlebug because I think it's super cute, so I asked her if she'd want me to make her a mini album. So that's where I got all of my photos from, and I stuck on all the photos using cherry tape, and now I'm taking some of the Chit Chat and sticking them on here and there. I also used these dies to die cut a lot of the florals from the different colored pattern papers that came in the collection. And this was a really fun die. I'm going to be using this die a lot. I love florals and I love stacking florals, so this is a couple of my favorite things. So I cut them out in a few different colors, and now I'm stacking them up. I ended up needing about twice as much as what I have right now, but the nice things with dies is that you can keep using them over and over and over again. I also really like the leaves and ended up cutting up quite a few more of those as well. I really like using florals as embellishing pieces because I just think they're so pretty. Doodlebug also came out with a dog collection, so if you don't have a cat but you have a dog, you're still covered there. And there's a ton of other cute things in this collection that I didn't even add, like there's chipboard stickers and other stickers and some super cute doodle pops. And they have them in with a bunch of different colors of cats and types of cats, so if you have a cat, it's likely that there will be a doodle pop for it. Now I'm starting to arrange some of the florals, and I like to cluster them around. And I really used the shape of the cat to my advantage and tried to shape around those curves. And I think I was able to do it pretty nicely and just kept layering up. I like to layer with groups of 3 or 5, usually odd numbers look a little nicer. So I did a lot of that. Now I'm going to start working on the cover, and for the covers I like to use my favorite pieces, so I usually put a few aside to use specifically for the cover, including this Doodle Pop. So I have the title, which is my kitty from the Chit Chat, and then I'll add on this cute cat Doodle Pop. When I'm adding stickers, I try to just very lightly place them at first because it's likely that I'll end up moving them around quite a bit, and you'll see that's exactly what I do. So I'm gluing down the title now, and then I'll move around the cat a little bit until I'm happy with it. I would love to know if you've ever created a shaped mini album and what that shape was of. I've done a lot of square albums in this style, but I think this is my first one that has all of the pages been a specific shape. After I've had all of the ephemera and photos and chit chat pieces all stuck on my pages, I filled in areas using these puffy stickers. So I bulked up some of my floral clusters, I added cute little hearts and cat faces here and there, and I really feel like these are what made the pages so fun and look complete. On this page, I'm adding some rainbow paw prints going up the side of the page, which I think is just so cute. So it's a lot of the finishing touches. Now I am going to bind the album, and I'm doing this in a super simple way, which is just using a book ring and punching a hole in the corner. I'm using the previous page to line up the next page to punch it through, and just working through the entire album. I'm checking to make sure it's where I want it and that I think it'll look good, and then I work through the rest of my pages. So this is a really fun type of book to make, and it's pretty quick to create it. You can add as much or as little to all of your pages. I ended up embellishing even the back sides of these pages as well because I had a lot of leftover ephemera and stickers. So, but that's an optional step. But I think with these mini albums, the more you add to them, the more fun they are to flip through. Now, after all my holes were punched, I'm putting them on my book ring, and the construction of this book is complete. Now I'm adding a little charm. Doodlebug always comes out with the most adorable charms that are perfect for the sides of your albums. I thought it could still use a little more bulking up on this ring, so I'm also adding some ribbon pieces from my stash in coordinating colors. And I'm just sticking them on by double knotting them. I also ended up cutting up some tags from the collection and added those to the ribbons as well, and you'll see how that looks at the end when I do a little flip through. So here's the finished book. There's the tags that I tied onto the ribbon. I just double knotted them. I also have the name of the cat, which is Twix, on one of the tags as well. And look how cute everything is. It's such a fun collection. I used a lot of the larger chit chats on the left side pages, which are the back sides. And then again, a little bit with the puffy stickers, a little bit with the die cut florals. This love was also part of the cut set that I used for the main cat cutout for the album. And a lot of my left side pages are more simple because I want the focus to be on the photos of the cat. And just look at all of the cute sayings. Have a perfect day, and spoiled because we all spoil our pets. And like I was saying, I really think all of the small details, like adding the puffy stickers and the stitching around the pages with the cats, really is what ties the book together and makes it a lot of fun to flip through. So I recommend getting some puffy stickers, getting some embellishments, and trying to add them all into the book. So that's the end, and I hope this has inspired you and given you some ideas to make a mini album. Thanks for watching.